a lot of pretty good achievement stories, some pretty good sales. Inside Xbox did a pretty good job, a very pretty sequential segment, and a pretty shriek in a supermarket. This is Achievement Hunting 101. Hello and welcome to Achievement Hunting 101. I'm your host, Fufu Cuddly Poof, and thank you for listening. This is level 61. Now, we have got an awesome show for you guys tonight, or today, tonight, whenever you're listening to this. I can't wait to get into it, but first, let me introduce you who's joining. As always, I have Nate and Corey with me. What's up, guys?
Hello.
And as you can tell, there has not been any derails, so Ella's not with us. Instead,
Udo.
Oh boy.
She's going to take the place of the derailing. We have Miss Pretty Pete Tart herself. What is up?
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Of course. Elle
Good
wasn't here, so
job
we
saying
had
her
to get a
name
patron.
wrong. Petart TX.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, Pete Tart TX. You gotta be all formal, say everything. I'm just going to flip-flop between calling you Pete Tart and Sera all night, so we'll see how
That's
this
fine.
goes.
As long as you say it with the H.
There's SaraH. That works. So, let's get into some gaming stories. Let's start with our guest. What have you been up to, SaraH? How's life been?
Life has been good. Sleep training is awesome, so because of that, more gaming time.
Ooh.
My month has been mostly consumed with RTDL stuff. Since I got bamboozled to be on a team, I don't want to let them down. So,
Whose team are you on?
I'm on Big L's Sandwiches and Tacos,
Oh, I'm sorry.
and I am the dead weight on the team. I feel kind of bad.
Doubt. No.
So, I mean, Elle knows going in ahead of this that I have a baby and I work full time and, have to keep my house afloat. So, Corey, I usually only get about 2 hours a night for gaming. Sometimes
it's an efficient
on the
2 hours.
I try to be.
That's all it is. You just gotta be efficient.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've played some really enjoyable things for RTDL, which has been really nice.
That's weird.
And it's forced me to play some stuff from my backlog, which have been really nice because I always, him and Ha, like, what am I going to play next? What am I going to play? And so started Life is Strange 2. That was really good. I was actually sad to end it after I got my RTDL achievement.
That's really up there on the list of things I want to play. I love Life is Strange.
I like the first one. I really liked. The second one is, but this one, it's pulled me in so far. Like, I was enjoying the story, and all of a sudden, I was like, "Oh, there's my RTDL achievement. Oh, I have to stop and go on to something else." It was the same thing with Book of Unwritten Tales too. I was really enjoying that. I'm a sucker for point and clicks, so that was really fun. And again, I'm curious to see what's going to happen and going on with that one.
Now, do you play them with a guide, or do you do them legit?
I play them with a guide.
Okay, that makes sense. That's
Like
why you
full
enjoy
guide
them.
or like guided assistance, or
I'm sorry, what was that, Nate?
like full guide, like you're just guide, go do thing, guide, go do thing, or are you playing and then you consult the guide?
I consult the guide, especially with point and click games with missables, because I don't really want to replay really far into the game.
Yeah.
I've had to do that with Sherlock Holmes games in the past on the 360, and I would care not to repeat that.
Gotcha.
Oh, and those CSI games back in the day. Yeah.
Which I played thanks to RTDL.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just enjoy point and click games and that type of format. Just slow, go at your pace, and But yeah, I use a guide because, efficient gaming, like Corey said, I got to take advantage, use the most of my time.
I suppose someone has to enjoy them. I know I'm not one.
And I know most people probably didn't care for this game, but I enjoyed the game Beyond Eyes. That was on my RTDL. I had to play the full thing. Sadly, what sucked me in was the orange cat. I thought it was terribly cute.
The orange cat. Of all the things to suck you in.
Can you pet the orange cat?
Well, the ending is so sad, though.
Oh, don't tell me it dies.
It's a pretty game, though.
It is a beautiful game.
For a game about someone who's blind, it's very pretty.
I was about to say, if only the main character could see how beautiful it was.
Now
I'm interested in what this game is.
You're not gonna. It's not a foo-foo game.
Yeah, it's not a foo-foo game.
No, if you do play it, follow the video guide. That was because it's very easy to get lost in that game.
Oh yeah, this is not a foo-foo game. No.
But there is a cute orange cat. So.
Well, I do like cats.
I do as well. It reminds me of my orange cat, Alistair. So.
Quick question: Heathcliff or Garfield? Speaking of orange cats, okay, Garfield.
Garfield.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Heathcliff.
Do you even know who Heathcliff is, Corey?
Yeah, he's like a more emotionless cat, right?
Okay, all right.
Garfield's ruined for me. Have you with the "I'm sorry, John" movement?
No, I'm not aware of this.
What is that?
Just Google "I'm sorry, John" Reddit or something like that.
I'm familiar with Garfield minus John, but not "I'm sorry, John."
Yeah, just
okay.
Maybe I'll send you something in a little bit.
Fantastic.
As
in the middle of me talking. Perfect.
Keep talking.
See, he probably just had us look up porn or something like that.
No.
I'm just getting these horror pictures of Garfield, like very morbid, twisted Garfield with like 8 arms and
exactly.
What?
This one looks like a pile of worms. Like, what is this?
I don't know, but Garfield's ruined.
Well, I guess that leaves Heathcliff. So
I'll take your word for it.
Anyways, Beyond Eyes was good. Orange cat. So another one I really enjoyed from my RTGL was the Count Lucanor. I was like, I just judging on like the stylization, I'm like, oh, this looks like a cute, fun, little game, a little exploring. Nope, it is definitely not cute. It went twisted and dark very, very quickly.
I have absolutely no idea what this is.
Have any of you guys played it?
I've not played it, but I've looked at it. It looks very interesting. It looks like it's up my alley.
Ooh.
It
What is that screenshot?
For the Garfield or the game?
Exactly.
Sorry. No, clarification. The Count Lucanor, where it's like with all the goats and a beheaded dude and
Yup.
What?
Yeah, there's sacrificial goats and you talk to the shepherd head to get get some of the quest and the goats will kill you.
Okay. That's a game.
So, yes, not the happy, bubbly experience, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. It was very dark. And played some Thimbleweed Park. Another point and click. Surprise, surprise. My backlog is full of them. But really enjoying that one as well. The humor is spot on, and I like how the game is like making fun of itself. That's been pretty good. And I just started Inside today. That one's been really good.
So good.
It is really good. So is it possible to play through that game without actually earning an achievement?
I don't believe so.
I think the ending pops an achievement. So
I think for the most part, the achievements are kind of spaced out, and a lot of the achievements come from the hidden areas or the missables. if I remember correctly.
Mm.
Unless you're trying to go for a specific achievement, I highly recommend just playing through that game without a guide, because there's a chapter select. You can always go back and get them.
Too late.
Okay, never mind.
I very, very rarely play without a guide. Very rarely.
That's such a good game not to use a guide, though, because it's just so different and weird and out there.
Did you play Limbo?
I did a really, really long time ago.
Okay. Well, it is an old game, so checks out.
I don't remember a whole lot from it, to be honest, besides getting really frustrated with an inordinate amount of deaths.
I think Limbo is overrated. Don't at me.
I'm not big on platformers. I know that may come as a shock. Like, it's not my genre. It's not my cup of tea. But
Well,
I mean, I will play
guides
some
for platformers, so
yeah.
That's pointing.
See, I'm not a big platformer guy either. I don't much care for them. But Limbo and Inside made me want to find more games like it, just because I really enjoyed them.
Well, I got some bad news for you. They're the cream of the crop. They are the top. Everything else you find that's similar to them is less than them.
That I have found out, unfortunately.
Oh, speaking of that Count Lucanor game, it's a Radalaka title. I did not know that.
What?
Wait,
No.
It is.
It's $15.
And it takes 6 to 8 hours to complete.
TA does not say Radalaka.
When I loaded the game, it had the Radalaka screen on it.
Mm-hmm.
What?
All right. We'll have to do some investigation.
That's weird. Huh.
Let's see. I don't think I have access to this game. I'm not going to at $15. Wait for a sale.
Yeah, I definitely bought it on sale.
Okay, well, now when it's on sale, I'm going to want to get it just to see this supposed Radalaka screen.
It is a really good game. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, if it was on sale, I would recommend it during our Sale Gway segment.
You know.
You had to say so.
Bingo.
Elle's on here, someone has to say it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Count Lucanor is... I was getting that confused with... What's that other one where you're in the mansion and you're walking around and it's like... kind of like Groundhog Day. It's kind of a similar
Luigi's
art
Mansion.
style. No.
Oxenfree?
No.
No, he's thinking of that has a time element, right?
Yes, there's a time element to it. That's
And
what
you're preventing murders.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I have it. I think I've not played it.
That's the one I was thinking.
Chronicles?
Although
The hero really likes it.
I wanted to play this one as well, but that's the one I was getting confused for. Oh crap!
I think it starts with an H.
It's got a funky name too. Yeah. Darn it!
We cannot go on. Just
Okay.
So you know.
All right,
Can't
well.
go on.
I'm
All
looking
right.
this up. I don't know how, but
Just type
Yes.
in H into TA.
if
Sort
I
by
knew that
games.
URL.
I'll look at my collection. You sure it's got an H?
No.
It's just
Well, you said H.
Now it's a race.
I don't
You
mind.
definitely started it. It's in your collection.
Oh no, I have not started it.
Okay. It's
Just 'cause I
definitely in your
bought it.
collection.
there was probably someone listening to this just screaming, "It's whatever," that's like, it's this one. How do you guys not know it? It's obvious.
If I started it, you mean I bought it? Yes.
Well, that doesn't narrow it down what you bought.
Dang it.
Why don't you continue?
I think it's several words.
This could be. Yeah. Sarah, why don't you keep going? Sarah, why don't you keep going and while we look.
I was
I
looking into
get
the
it.
Count Lucanor Radalaka screen, but suppose we can carry on. Oh yeah, I started Letter Quest as well. That's been a fun game. Like, it's one of those games where it's been really nice to just sit down at the end and just play it without a guide.
There you
Just
go.
thought I'd point that out.
I
Weird.
hear
Yes,
a
that is one of
lot
the-
of good things about Letterquest.
Yes. It's just super chill. Like, it is really nice to sit down and play a game just without a guide at the end of the day. So I've been slowly chipping away at that one. I did have one on my RTDL, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get it before the end of the month. It is a long way off.
That's what them rerolls are for.
Yeah, see, I'm not full comboing, so I'm letting all my teammates take those.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I'm trying to be a team player.
Trying.
Yeah, I am the complete dead weight of the team.
Oh, you're not that far behind. You still got 15 in a month. Like, that's still good.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself. Like I know my pool is really low, but the thing is, most of the games I added are unstarted, and all my achievements that have been picked are like 75% to 100% through the game.
Oh, that sucks.
So yeah, granted, like a lot of them are like 5 to 6 hour games, but I've had to play the game in its entirety. So
yeah, entire night of gaming just to try to get that one.
Sexy Brutal.
Damn it! You definitely had an H.
Yeah, that definitely has an H in it.
Sexy Brutal, the.
That's definitely the one, though.
I never would have guessed that, which I should have, because we've talked about that game so many times. I should just throw it out there.
Now, someone out there who's screaming is like, finally!
Yeah, H in the Sexy Brutal, it almost sounds like Kenny might be struggling with literacy.
Kenny?
You're just now picking that up.
I believe it.
Okay. Oh, I've played some garbage as well. Do you guys want to hear about that?
Sure.
What you got?
Texas Hold'em. Remember that 360 game for only 200 points?
Yeah.
Who would recommend that? That's ridiculous.
Not recommending it. I'm telling you, it's a hot pile of garbage.
Now, is it a hot pile of garbage because you don't like Texas Hold'em, or because it's 200 points?
Because it's 200 points and it's a 200-hour plus completion.
Oh, dear God. I didn't realize it was that high.
Okay.
Jeez.
So, my RTDL selected the... wow, I'm forgetting the name of the achievement now. All I know is you have to get all the hands in poker, including a royal flush.
It was like
and
lucky, right?
Yeah, lucky
That's
draw.
horrible.
Luck of the draw. So it's like a 7.42 or something like that. And I ran my 360 nonstop for a week and a half with my turbo controller and finally got it.
That's insane.
That's what I like to hear.
Exactly. I mean, as a background, but...
I mean, at least you can use the turbo controller to get it. Otherwise, that's insane. That's a terrible achievement to have to get that.
Yeah, it was. And so I looked on the solution, and apparently it's easier to do in multiplayer. So I fired up both of my 360s and had two turbos going. So Thomas was playing it, and I was playing it. He got a royal flush before I did.
That's wrong.
He should have known better.
That's messed up. That's funny.
So, oh yeah, the game Hello Neighbor, I've learned stealth is not my thing. That game is trash, and I'm trash at it.
I was very happy that I couldn't even dive that one super easily, because I did not play very much of it.
That game looks interesting.
Yeah, like I thought it was like, okay, this kind of looks up my alley. Like I like the stylization. The graphics almost remind me of Wallace and Gromit a little bit. But
I could see that.
I did not enjoy it. I struggled and struggled and struggled for probably about 3 hours just to get to Act 2.
Oof.
So that one's done and now removed from my collection to never be seen again.
Smart.
Yes. And then today, while I was home sick, yes, I had the black lung today. I played Never Alone. So I was actually kind of excited to play this one, but like it's very pretty. I like the aesthetics, the music, but oh my goodness, the physics and mechanics in that game are terrible.
Tell me about it.
So you guys have had the pleasure of that as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. It's kind of like an Inside.
I was just about to say that was one of the games I picked up after playing Inside. I've actually enjoyed it. One of these days I'm going to get back to that and complete it because it's like I've stopped playing it for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Some would just say you're not into it.
Oh.
He doesn't get it.
Stretching for that one.
He's got no clue.
That's so dumb. That was so dumb.
Anyways. But it was interesting going straight from playing Never Alone to Inside. Like, I'm glad I played Never Alone first with, like, the awful physics and jumping, and all of a sudden I played Inside. I'm like, oh, my character lands where it's supposed to. It grabs onto things. This is really nice.
Man, I don't remember Never Alone being that bad. It's been a while since I played it, though.
Mm-hmm. See, if you can play that, you can play the Count Lucanor, Fufu.
But the graphics, I don't like the 2D art style. That's the problem. Like, I look at the screenshots, see the 2D graphics, and I'm like, I'm out.
But did you see the 2D graphics that Corey posted in Discord?
Mm-hmm. That will get you pulled in. Sucked right in, they'd say.
So the Count Lucanor is developed by Baroque Decay Game and Ratalaika, but it is not solely Ratalaika. And it's published by Merge Games, whereas typically Ratalaika just publishes. Maybe they got tired of this game that takes a lot of hours, and so they said, you know what?
When did this come out?
If I had to guess, I would say March 21st, 2018.
Okay.
I think you're right. Good
predate
job.
all of our known Ratalaikas, so
yeah,
it might be their first hand in it.
Oh, that's interesting. The more you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I played this game called Oxenfree this month.
What's that?
Never heard of it.
It's been pretty good.
You should do a game club on it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a good candidate for that.
Do a deep dive on it.
Is that segment will be on the show as well?
If X edits it in enough time.
So people might potentially hear me twice in one podcast.
Yeah, you could be on the airwaves for hours.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not, yell at Kronos in the Discord. It's his fault.
Okay.
But yes, I'm very much enjoying the discussion. It's bringing me back to the game, which I enjoyed. The very first time, I think I read that you could do it in 3 playthroughs, and so I kind of like knew how I wanted to, I guess, respond. So I kind of went with the first playthrough blind, and it was pretty fun. But I didn't really care to go through multiple playthroughs after that. I still have to do one more, but it is a good game.
Yeah, it's a very good game, and I'm glad you guys have enjoyed the discussion. Like, I enjoyed this game more than I would have thought of, because at first I'm like, 3 playthroughs, that's kind of obnoxious, but just the fact that the story is going to be different on playthroughs 2 and 3, like, I'm actually looking forward to playing this one. It'll probably be on my next month's playlist after RTDL goes on hiatus for a little bit.
Now, as someone that hasn't played the game past the cave and hasn't listened to the game club, was the game club structured to go through all 3 playthroughs, or was it just for one playthrough and everyone kind of discusses their experience?
Just one playthrough, and we're all discussing our experiences.
Just however way you decided to play it.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's pretty organic, and I just play through the game once and then listen to the game club. I think you'll be happy.
Well, I was following the development of it. I was very excited about this game, and just looking at the dialogue or decision tree was pretty cool. So like they kind of like the developers kind of mapped all that out, and it was just like insane, like how all the options went. So
then they gave it to us for free, and you were like, I don't have time to play that.
Exactly. No, yeah, it's just I had other things going on or other games to play, and got distracted.
I feel the same way about Inside.
Yeah, that game Oxenfree is really good, and the amount of detail that the developers have put into it is astonishing. Like, everything is there for a reason, and it's been really, really good. Other than that, I think I've been playing this little mobile game, Gears Pop.
Never heard of it. What's that all about?
Is this the part where we talk about it, or should we wait for later?
Well, we have to get Gears Pop in here somewhere, so.
We can talk about it a little bit. What's new?
I finally popped the Power Play achievement yesterday.
Remind me which one that one is.
Is that 20?
Spending 100,000 energy.
Oh,
wow. Dang.
Good job.
I have not done that.
I
I don't think.
No, I've definitely not done it. I'm probably around 70-80%.
Yeah, you're way farther ahead than us.
And I have more TA score in this game than Redemption Denied. I was shocked.
Dang.
I think that means you're a better gamer than
Gauntlet
Redemption.
thrown down.
Probably.
So
Yes,
maybe I shouldn't ask, but I'm going to ask anyways. How many dollars or quarters have you put into this?
I put 0.
Wow.
I have a
Well done.
very, very firm free to play. If a game is free, it's going to stay free. I do not put money into free games.
Really?
Yes.
That's a little more
So
strict than mine, but yeah, that's pretty much kind of my rule too. Like, unless I play it a whole lot, then I try not to get sucked into the money game.
Yeah, I've only spent so the Sims free play on the phone, another 200 hour plus completion. I spent a whopping 99 cents on that game. But it was more of just a thank you, because I got a lot of play out of that game. And I love The Sims.
That's how I say it. If I've been playing a game for hours and hours, I'll usually throw a couple of bucks the developer's way.
Mm-hmm. And some of the Microsoft, like Solitaire, or the ones where you have to get like the gold medals, I've bought the premium just to cut the time in half for completing that game.
See,
Those are the only ones.
that I can't blame you for doing. If it cuts the time in half to get the completion, I don't blame you for throwing money in on that.
That's what Gears Pops need. Double the pins, double the coins.
They sort of have that. I mean, if you just want to buy the crystals, that'll definitely cut your time down.
Yeah, but that's going to be a few $100.
And your bank account. Yep.
And
All right, so I'm looking, and I have Power Trip at 19%. Now, I have slacked off a bit, but what did you do to get that so quickly?
So I do this thing called deranking a lot.
A lot. losing.
So pretty much my Gears Pop playing habits is my phone sits on my desk at work, and I just lose, get down to about 1,200. Then that's usually around my lunch break time. So I'll go to the cafeteria, sit down, get my 5-win streak and my 4 chests, and then I'll bring my phone back to my desk, derank, and it's back at 1,200. So when I get back home from work, I can rinse and repeat, and yeah. Then I'll drop back down and wait till the morning and do it all over again.
Wow.
Nice.
That's a nice little schedule you got there. That works out well.
It does, yeah. I primarily play at work, sadly enough.
Who needs to work at work?
So I was wrong. I looked at Power Trip, and I'm at 62.5%.
Oh.
All right, so I'll bring up the rear at 12.5%.
I think my tracker at least is off a little bit.
Your tracker sounds way low.
Because I'm like 90% on the Kate achievement, but TA says 20. So I think I just need to pop something to update those.
Wait, does TA give you an actual percentage, or are you just kind of guesstimating from the green bar?
Oh, I just did the math. Because
you hover over the blue eye there. Gives you information.
Oh, so on Seriously Pop, I have 64%.
Wow.
Dang.
Nice. I'd say I'm probably close to a third.
So that means you've probably done it. You've done 1,000 versus matches, right?
Yeah, I already got that
sounds like
achievement.
Well, you have to win 1,000, right?
Oh, I may not have won 1,000 yet.
Yeah, I think it's win 1,000.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're pretty active on your hordes, right? You probably have a few hundred of those.
Yeah, I hit the 500 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Dang.
Well, if you're deranking and climbing back up, you are getting wins. So
Yes.
Yeah, so that's not unreasonable, and you can see that from your player profile. If you go to your whatever, it'll show you total number of wins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've done a lot of hordes because when I'm up in the middle of the night with a baby, Redemption is on then, and he and I do a ton of hordes in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, he does a lot of hordes.
Well, he doesn't sleep, so that works out well.
Yeah, it does work out well. And yeah, him and Wakapil are the two that I've probably done the most hordes with, just because, Wakapil's in Sweden, and it lines up with my being up in the middle of the night with a baby schedule.
Nice.
Let's see here. I've got 544 wins.
I've got 280. But I've kind of been taken off this past week, too, because I hit silver, and I was like, you know what? There's 10 days left. I think I'm just going to park here and get my silver badge or my silver reward. But then, I don't know. I was able to... Then I saw that Matism said that he was almost in gold. I was like, well, Matism, if he can do it... Anybody can do it. A monkey can do it. So I started playing again. And immediately got knocked back down into bronze. I was on like a 5 to 6 skid in a row. And then I worked my way back up. I just hit silver again. So maybe he's on to something. But I don't know if I'm going to push for gold or not. There's 5 days left. 60. Yeah, 5 days, 21 hours until it switches over. Now, I have a feeling... I don't know where everyone else feels about this, that the rewards will be the max league that you attained and not your current league. Because if
I think it'll be current.
You think it's current?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to burst your bubble, Nate, but you get Arena 5 chests whether you're in bronze, silver, or gold currently.
Oh,
There's
cool.
no difference between the chests currently. There's no difference. Though it's rumored that next month it will change. But currently, that's why I dropped down to 1,200.
So you're looking at the reward info and you're saying that they're all the same? Well, that's poopy. Well, then I'll just do it.
That's stupid.
So yeah, that's why I've been hanging out in Arena 5.
Yeah, you might as well go for it if there's no difference.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
Especially if people in gold are kind of dropping off now and just like, letting people win. So, like Matism. So...
I think the drastic TA differences are kind of stalling, so maybe it's time to get back into it.
Oh, for sure. It's been out for what, like 6 weeks now or something like that.
It was hurting me in GTASC, that first week or two, so it kind of scared me.
GTASC still going?
Apparently.
Well, for the possum folk, yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I got eliminated so long ago.
Yeah, who cares about GTASC?
So I think are we done with Gears Pop? Do we want to talk anymore?
I think that should be sufficient, Gears Pop.
Talk about how the Locust drone is now.
I think
Marcus.
we hit our quota.
Okay. So I think we skipped it. Do we want to introduce yourself, Sarah? A little bit about yourself and your gaming likes. We know point and click and guides.
Hi, my name's Sera, and I like to play lots of video games. Okay, so my favorite ones are probably like simulation and management games.
Good choices.
Yeah, as long as I've obviously listened to every single episode of this, and I think my gaming taste actually closely aligns with Fufu's. I like
yes, I'm not alone.
Yes, I like simulation management games. I like point and click games. I like JRPGs. I do like the open world RPGs as well.
You should replace one of these two. Someone I can talk Final Fantasy.
She's already replacing somebody.
Uno.
Ella at least likes Final Fantasy, so.
So one of the... Actually, I kind of relate you to two things. One is your pretty comments. Two is you have a very high completion percentage. You try to keep that up there, right?
Yeah, so RTDL kind of killed that for me.
I was going to ask about that. You had to add a lot of stuff.
I did. I had to add quite a few games to generate my pool of 1,000 So before this month, or before I started RTDL, my completion percentage was like 96.5.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my.
That's
And I'm
very high.
And I'm currently down to 94.1. And
That's still
makes me a
high.
little sad.
94.1 with almost 400,000 gamer score. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and I'm trying to go for 500 completions this year as well.
That's
Not 500
still awesome.
games completed in a year, just my 500 completion milestone.
Yeah, well, that's much more reasonable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't remember where I'm at right now. Yeah, I really like to complete games. Like, I just...
At least you have the correct settings.
That
Yes,
was my next
I do.
question. Dang. So
Of course.
94% with correct settings. That's impressive.
Yeah, and this is the lowest it's been in probably 4 years.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Okay, I'm at 457 completions right now. So I have some RTDL cleanup to do.
And
You'll
what
get there.
is your plan? Seeing how the team competition is about to end, got one more week. What's the first thing you're going to do once you're free?
Oh, shoot. Man, that's tough. Probably play Oxenfree. I'd like to get another playthrough on that. Would like to make some more progress on Letter Quest. Then I would probably say start wrapping up some of my Game Pass games. So I actually get them done and don't have to rush in case if they're going to magically go away soon.
Seems smart.
So yeah, I would really like to focus on my Game Pass stuff because I just got it whenever that dollar deal happened in the summer, and I was lucky enough to have 16 months of gold already, so mine doesn't expire until August of next year.
Perfect.
But-
Nice.
So yeah, but I would definitely like to take advantage of Game Pass while I have it and make some progress on that. Oh, and I'm going to go to the Bahamas next month too.
Ooh. I think that's the
Cool.
biggest win there.
Yeah, celebrate my 10-year wedding anniversary.
10 years.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Phew.
Thank you. So yeah, that will be fun. And oh yeah, I'm from Michigan. I thought I'd throw that in there as well.
That's why you're going to the Bahamas. You're trying to get somewhere warm.
Yes, by October, when the snow starts happening, it is nice to get away.
I can't even imagine snow in a month. It's crazy.
Do you even get snow in Tennessee?
Yeah, like January through March.
Well, then. So,
Maybe March.
so no snow then. Okay. Well, in that case, if you're all wrapped up with what you've been playing, Nate, why don't we throw it to you?
I think we
What
should
you
throw
got?
to Corey real quick. For
Corey,
no reason.
let's go with you.
Yeah,
Absolutely no reason at all.
absolutely no reason. Thanks, Mattism, for the horde.
Yeah.
Well,
So I
there
have-
goes that rule of turning the phones off while recording.
Well, I was looking at my stats, and then Mattism invited me to a horde, and specifically me.
That jerk. Well, you know what's not jerky? When you Sherper people through a game that you already have the achievements to. And that's exactly what Chin Doctor did this past weekend. He human fall
Good God,
flatted
Chin.
myself, Pug, Dino Bull, Kingsman, not really L, and really not really Stan. And we tried to get Tropan in, and he died on us. His avatar, not him. He's healthy
Oh,
as far
I was
as
going
I
to say,
know.
jeez.
And Chin ran through the entire game, both DLCs, and so everybody got the speedrun achievement. I think everybody needed that. Personally, I got 11 achievements out of the deal. We
Nice.
completed the entire Steam level, which is the newest DLC, and then just got some miscellaneous in there. So that was really good to clean up for myself. I had joined Chin and Fug a long time ago when the game before any title updates came out, I think. But I joined them, when they were already like a level in, so I never got speedrun, and I was definitely not going to get it by myself. So luckily, I was able to hop in when they were starting and idle it for a little bit, and then I was able to join for the last bit. But that is a great game. We've mentioned it several times to just walk people through it, and everybody gets the achievements, and it's super great. I believe Waka even did a similar run the next day for whoever wanted to join that. I don't know who did, but of course L was in there. I do know that because he loves a good carry.
Well, that's a game that I feel like most people need to be carried through. It's either you get it or you don't. I'm one of those people that don't. I can't figure it out.
I think there is a middle ground, but it's a very shallow middle ground. I can like maneuver myself somewhat, but I don't have fun doing it. I can tell you that.
I cannot climb. It just doesn't click with me. That's not a game that I can do.
Yeah. It definitely has its quirks to it. So I was really good to get that. It gave me like, I don't know, 600 something TA. We did it in like 2 hours or a little bit less than 2 hours. So it wasn't actually that bad as far as doing it all in one go. And I think I only have like 19 achievements left. So it was pretty good, especially for the GTASC that week.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad I missed that boost. I saw it go up in Discord, but 6-month-old baby is a little unpredictable, and he kind of needed me.
Yeah, I will say I got really lucky. I happened to look. He did. I think there was a tag thrown out. Maybe there wasn't, but I looked and it was like just a few minutes old, and I was able to get in on that because you can have up to 8 people. So definitely happy I spotted that one in time.
Did you have to leave your controller plugged in, or were you actually there, or idle, or what did you do?
I keep my controller plugged in 99% of the time anyways now, so I don't know. I would be scared to let it go. Right. And in fact, I was doing the dishes when they started.
Bingo!
And so I would actually stop, and every time the screen would go a little bit dark, I would go and just hit the stick just a little bit. Because I didn't want anything bad to happen where I would miss out on the speedrun achievement, so... but otherwise, yeah, you don't have to touch anything. You literally are carried through the entire thing.
Oh, nice. Maybe I should have joined then, because I could have sat there with my screaming infant and earned achievements.
Like I said, we only knew Elle got the achievement because in Discord he said, "Thanks, Chin," right after we hit the credits. So he didn't speak at all. It was great.
That is a great boost when Elle doesn't speak, huh?
I know.
Dang. Shots fired.
The only other bits have been RTDL. I'm cleaning up the last bits on that for the month for that full combo for the 4th and final one of this journey. So I'm glad to get that over with. The bad part is I dived Borderlands 3. I talked about winning it from Von Coin, and so I felt really bad it just sitting there, not played, and I really want to play it. So I was like, I'm just going to dive it. I want it on the tag, look at the list afterwards and all that stuff. And I played like half an hour, got the first 2 achievements, and I'll just say that it really sucked going back to a 2003 game, Grabbed by the Ghoulies now. So I want to get back to Borderlands really bad.
One more week.
It looks so good. One of the streamers that's always here thanks to the nephews, that's always playing thanks to the nephews, he's been playing it a bunch, and it looks good. And, after sitting here playing Borderlands 2 for what feels like 37 years, I didn't want Borderlands 3 at all. I had no interest in it. I wasn't, going to try to get it, but now that I'm watching him play, it's just like, okay, maybe I might get this around Black Friday or something. Try to get it on if it goes on sale a bit. And especially listening to other podcasts and hearing about all the different kinds of crazy guns and just the things that Borderlands does, they do best, and no one does them like them. Like I said, the guns and the humor and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm only half an hour in, so I haven't seen everything yet. But what I have seen is Borderlands was already a strong and solid game, and they've only improved on that from what I could tell. If I could give you one piece of advice, though, when you get it, maybe don't play with the same group of people you've been playing Borderlands 2 with.
Absolutely not.
That might be your Achilles heel there.
Absolutely not.
So I do look forward to getting back to that one fairly soon. I keep saying that about a bunch of games.
Right.
Stranger Things from RTDL. I had to stop halfway through.
Oh, so you started that?
I did. I had to.
Oh.
So there's a collectible in Stranger Things, and they're gnomes. Yeah, and there's 50 of them. For RTDL, I had to collect half of them. So I'm somewhere in like the half range of the game, and I'm actually enjoying it.
Okay, cool.
It's pretty good. Achievements wise goes, I'm pretty sure you can just do everything and get all but one achievement, and then the last one comes from doing what they call eliminator mode, which is kind of like you unlock characters throughout playing, but in eliminator mode, if they die, they're gone for good.
And no spoilers, but how closely does it tie into the series? Do you need to know a whole lot about it, or is it enjoyable without?
I don't see how you would really enjoy it without knowing anything about Stranger Things, and I think that you should watch season 3 before playing this.
Okay.
They're pretty hand in hand. I wouldn't even say that one builds on top of the other. It's almost the same story.
So is it pretty much season 3?
Yeah.
Or is it okay?
Yeah.
And is it a
still need to
rehash?
finish it.
Is it a rehash of season 3, or is it like?
It's a rehash. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you could go from season 2 to the game, but
then
you might as well.
You'd ruin it.
Yeah. You might as well do the season 3 than the game. But I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. It's just isometric kind of adventure game, and there's some RPG elements. And you guys know I hate crafting. There is crafting in the game, but it's very minimal, so that's pretty good.
I love crafting in games.
But yeah, that's just another one I can't wait to get back to.
I do as well, Kenny.
Seriously, you should just replace Corey.
You know what?
It's okay, and I know I have prettier hair than him too. So
I'll give you that.
So
that's been my week.
So Nate, is that horde over with?
Yeah, it's done. We won. We did okay.
Good job.
And
Proud of you.
I only got a bronze pack from my win streak. I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, that's the worst. I hate that. It's so unfair. Like, come on, man, give me a gold. It's been a while. I need my gold fix. So last week, I got sick. Kids are awesome. So my daughter had a cold, and then she decided to share it. And of course,
nice.
Oh, so nice of her.
Yeah, and this was the same week that we were going to take a couple days off and go to Ocean City, Maryland, and kind of just relax. So once I sort of felt this coming on the night before we left, I said, all right,
naturally,
unpack the laptop. Like, I'm not going to do any Xbox gaming or or PC gaming while we're gone, because apparently I'm going to need my sleep. So I instead, because I got to get some gaming in, put my Switch into the backpack. And, at the time, all I had was Mario. We were leaving on Thursday, but on Friday, a little game was coming out called Zelda Link's Awakening. So I was able to go pick up a copy, and I started to play it a little bit here and there, and man, is that cool. This is a great game. It looks a little bit like, I think I've heard people liken the graphics to kind of like a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer kind of claymation style. And it's true. That's what it looks like, and it's amazing, and it's, it plays that way. It's not just a style. It's actually how the game plays. It's not a cutscene. That's gameplay. It's very pretty, and it's very much Zelda. So,
pretty.
Yeah. So if you've played Zelda, you're getting more Zelda. But before I took off, I was trying to cram in some RTDL stuff. So Omen Sight, I finally got my achievement on that. I had commented before that game was kind of like a recycling of Stories: The Path of Destinies, and it is. However, I feel that this game has probably fewer requirements on playthroughs. You don't have to play all these paths to get to the true good ending. You'll get it in a shorter amount of time. It ended up being kind of... It's an enjoyable game if you're not playing the two pretty close to each other. You probably won't get worn out. However, that last fight is a real pain in the butt. It's got 3 phases. The first phase is very cheap. A lot of ways to lose that you probably shouldn't be able to lose. I also had to go through and get 150 fizzy balloons in Sunset Overdrive, and that is a feat that's not possible easily unless you're looking at an online map and checking things off, and IGN does have one of those, so you could
there's an in-game map too.
There is an in-game map, but it requires currency. And it also requires you to get 2/3 of the way through the storyline. Now, I had played about half of the way through the storyline and was confused as to why I couldn't find the final map that I needed. I went ahead and I was like, I need to play this game anyway, so I'll grind for Overcharge later. I'll just buy the maps now, find it all, get it done before I go on vacation. Well, I ended up having to play 6 or 7 story missions to progress to the point where I could buy it. Once I bought it, I was able to get all the balloons. There were 2 that were a little bit tricky, maybe 3. But I was, I kind of worked through it and was not able to get the last one before I went on vacation. But when I came back and I was pretty much better, first thing I did was put in Sunset Overdrive, get the last couple balloons, and I was done. I also tried to clean up Refunked a little bit. I had to complete the game in 8 minutes. I watched a video for how to get it done in under 4. I said, okay, I can do this without the video. Played it 2 times, got it done. I still have 2 achievements left. That is the under 33% and then the 4-minute. And I will eventually go back and do that maybe a year from now to complete Chewy's Punch It.
Or you can go to Achievement Fest and have a certain hot dog play it for you. And
I like that option.
I
like the sound of hot dogs, but I don't really need people to play for me. I would much rather do that myself. Or fail miserably. I also started playing Aratana and the Harpy's Feather again. I put this game down a long time ago.
Harpy's Feather Duster.
You wouldn't like it. It's a platformer. So and it's kind of it's an alternate control scheme platformer to make it even worse.
What does that mean?
It means that jump is not jump. Jump is right trigger. So jump isn't the A button and you do a double jump. You have attacks, and the attacks are done with the right stick. So you're jumping with the right trigger. You're performing attacks with the right stick. If you want to do an up attack, you have to hit up on the right stick. If you want to hit a down attack, it's down. So it's a slightly different control scheme, but it's enjoyable if you like platformers. And
that sounds awful.
I have to go through on the hard mode. So I'm doing that now. I'm probably going to come back to this one when RTDL is over and just clean that game out because I enjoy it and I just want to be done with it. I don't want to. There's a learning curve that is hard to come back to, and so this is one of those games that I want to finish it off while I'm fresh, and it's in my brain. I don't have to do all that learning again. I already mentioned Zelda's. Go ahead.
I can see that this having a learning curve. I'm just looking at the screenshots and just trying to play with jump as R as the right trigger, and then having to attack with the right stick. That's gotta be awkward.
It's a little bit awkward. You get used to it, but yeah, there's a learning curve to this game. And if you're not a big platformer fan, I probably wouldn't recommend it. But if you are a platformer fan, this is an interesting deviation from the norm. So I also played some Zeldas, which was cool, but unfortunately there's no achievements. However, I downloaded the Ori demo because that came out this past weekend, and my gosh, that game! I knew what it was going to be. I knew it was going to be pretty. I knew it was going to be beautiful, and it still blew me away. It still blew me away, and that intro that you have to go through it still kind of gets the feels flowing. And I am so ready. I turned it off after the prologue was done. And I purchased the game, and I'll get to play it on Friday when it comes out on Switch and get achievements. I guess I unlocked the first achievement, but it's not tied to an Xbox account at the moment. And when the full game does come out, I assume there's going to be some sort of Xbox integration, and then the achievements are going to start unlocking. It is a second stack. The developers confirmed this. I think Chin posted a link if you want to go digging for it. Where the developer said, yes, we think that you'll want to earn all the achievements again, so that's what we did.
You said you earned it
that's
But
cool.
do you know that you earned it? Was there a notification, a toast?
Yeah, there was a toast in the top left corner of the screen that said, "You did a thing." So
Gotcha.
I did a thing. So I imagine that that's going to pop as soon as I connect it to Xbox sometime on Friday or Saturday. I'm really looking forward to that. My plan is to, because now there are 3 versions of this game that have achievements. My plan is to maybe play it through on the Switch, refamiliarize myself with the game, get all the achievements that I can from that, hopefully all of them, and then go back and clean up the other 2 while it's all fresh. Then I'm very excited, and I'm almost done here, guys. I'm very excited about a new Metroidvania that came out last week. I had to buy it myself because we could not get a review copy, and no one loves me enough to buy it for me. So Mabel and the Wood.
Is this the Thumb game?
And I'm happy to buy Mabel Thumb game. No,
Okay,
that is something
never
completely
mind.
different. I'm happy to buy it because I love Metroidvanias, and this one looks interesting. This is a game where there's a girl, and she tries to pick up a sword, but it's too heavy for her, and instead, the sword warps to wherever her position is. She's the chosen one, but she can't lift the sword because it's too heavy. Instead, it warps to her. So this game is about attacking with movement. So you want to attack something. Yeah, you want to attack something, so you move to a position that's opposite. So you put them between you and the sword comes to you and strikes the enemy. When you defeat bosses, you will assume their form, and then I guess you get a different type of movement that will allow a different type of attack. This game also has achievements for completing the game with no kills, so you kill nothing. It's the pacifist achievement, and then there's of course one for just playing through for normal. It's checking the boxes. It's Metroidvania. It's got interesting achievements, or things you have to do to get the achievements. So I hope to play this sometime after RTVL and maybe report back or do a review or something. I'm not sure, but I'm very excited for that. There's so much going on. So many good games coming out. Kenny, did you play anything?
Jeez, start the game a 4th time. Sorry, Mabel in the Wood. I'm looking at the achievements. Beat the game a 1st time. Beat it a 2nd time. Beat it a 3rd time. Beat it a 3rd time. Start the game the 4th time.
Yeah, Matrox Brother will have no problem with this. He, when he finds a Metroidvania he likes, he plays it to perfection. So
wow. All right then.
Yeah.
Kenny played 13 different versions of Final Fantasy this week.
Yeah, apparently someone knew exactly what I've been doing and just wrote down Final Fantasies 1 through 13. Assuming they're all on Xbox now. I didn't even know that, so that's cool. Nah, the only Final Fantasy I have been playing, and I've been sucked back into this. Now I've been doing this for the most part, is Final Fantasy 7. Just going through, doing the grinds, getting the breaks, kind of same old. With that, as always, I'm doing my dailies each month. I don't know what it is. I like doing little grindy games. I don't know if anyone else is like that. I really enjoy grindy games. I'm so glad Sera with an H is on here. This is so nice.
Yes.
Get out.
Fufu and I are like gaming soulmates.
This is so nice.
Do you enjoy visual novels and collectible card games too?
Visual novels, not really. Although I haven't really played any collectible card games. Yes.
Kenny, ask the deal breaker.
I mean, there's literally like 1,000 actual cards behind me between Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, and Pokemon. So
ask the deal breaker.
I'm playing Magic on Saturday.
Well, there you go. What's the deal breaker?
What's the deal?
Come on, go! You can do it.
What?
How do you feel about the Power Rangers?
Oh.
Oh. When I was in 4th grade, I wanted to be the Pink Ranger in the worst way.
Oh, this is so gross to watch.
But
I'm very happy for the two of you.
This will be awkward when Brooke listens to this. But yeah, daily grinds. It's Prominence Poker, Idol Champions, Gems of War.
Yes, Gems of War.
I really wish this game was mobile or could connect to mobile so I could play this throughout the day and it's not just console. That would just be so nice. And it would probably be way farther along than what it is.
Yes, I just have that one pesky achievement left for leveling to Kingdom level 15.
See, I was playing this the other day. We're in a party with, well, actually it was Thursday night, so with our Borderlands, and I was talking to Michelle, and she's just like, yeah, if you go to whatever the underworld's called, Casteria, I think it is, and she's just like, just level up one of those, and that's an achievement. I'm like, it is? So I hop on down there, level the kingdom up, achievement unlocked. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I didn't even know about that. I've just been kind of going through all the achievements on like the actual like normal world. I have not even paid attention to that. I'm still new to the game as you can be, even though the game is like a gajillion hours.
Let me know.
Will do.
See, and I feel compelled to play because like I'm in a competitive guild and they'll kick me out if I don't meet the weekly requirements.
Jeez.
Oh, see, I'm probably in just like some no-name clan, and it's kind of like the thing where if you guys do something cool, if you don't, okay. I mean, I've got 82 hours into the game, and I still feel like I'm just scratching the surface.
I'm scared to look at mine. It was probably just as high for Magic Duels, but that one glitched on me, and I will never play it again.
Gross. That's horrible.
It was heartbreaking. I was 10 battles away from getting the 500 solos and 10 battles away from getting the 500 online wins, respectively. I purposely stopped there before I went to Jamaica last year and was going to pop those when I came back, and my progress was gone.
I quit.
And I have not played again since then.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I would not either. And then the only other game I've really played is, is Gears Pop. I've been kind of playing just a little bit. Not going to hit on this again, but just, screw Gears Pop. I can't win the damn game. I just kind of keep logging in, hoping Coalition or whatever the developer is, mind farting on that. They just, send us another crate. But for the most part, I've just attempt to try to win, but I just lose. I just can't get that. I just can't get it now.
So I have almost 1,200 hours in Gems.
Ooh. Ooh. Jeez, you whiz. I mean, that's not a surprise, because you need to get to like what was it, level 1,000, and that's just crazy high. Yeah,
I'm at like level 1250 right now.
Ooh. All right, you have the most time out that as probably anyone I know.
Like I said, I'm a grindy completionist. I can't help it.
I don't blame you. All right. Well, that's all I've really been doing, and we've just been talking. We talked a lot of games. Whew. Let's get on with some news.
Let's get on some news about games.
Yes, let's get on to more games.
We've been talking about a lot of games. Let's talk about some more games.
Well, these are games that we've been playing. These are games that are upcoming. Inside Xbox, fortunately, was right before we recorded. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch it. I was outside, and my internet would not reach to my phone, and I could not get a signal. Sprint, you suck. I don't recommend that company. It's horrible coverage.
Your first problem was you were outside.
That was what I was going to point out, too. You were outside.
I know. I don't want to be outside either. Outside is icky when there's no snow. So, but, the car battery had to get changed, and...
AutoZone doesn't do that for you?
And Pace
Brooke doesn't do that for you?
And Pace, pay AutoZone? I'm do it myself.
I don't pay them. I just buy it, and then they come out to my car. Yeah, they do it for free.
It's a point of pride.
Well, that I didn't actually know about. And unless I get the batteries, unless they're going to charge me more for the batteries than I could get them for, I'll keep that in mind.
Do you buy like black market batteries for your car?
Well, I work at a machine shop, so we have a deal with the parts store, so I get things a little bit cheaper.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah. I get my parts a little bit cheaper, so I don't have to, and then I don't pay someone to put it in. Saves the money to buy games, or to not buy games because I'm cheap.
Cheaper parts, do it yourself. Got it.
Exactly. But with Inside Xbox, Corey, I think you got to see the most of it out of us. That thing.
It was on my TV. but I had a very rambunctious 5-year-old who wanted to play the cymbals while it was on. But I know a little bit of the goings on, so we can go through it real quick. They showed off Atlas, which is an MMO, is what you wrote. Based off what Fug says, it's by the Arc developers, and it's pretty much a reskin of that. So that doesn't bode well, unless it has console commands that unlock achievements. I don't see myself playing it.
Yeah.
I did say it's MMO. It's also a pirate MMO, so
okay,
open seas and stuff. But we got Sea of Thieves, so
exactly. That was my thought. Was like, they're pushing this, but it's kind of like Sea of Thieves a little bit.
Well, there's a couple of Sea of Thieves type games. Like Ubisoft is putting out their pirate game.
Revenge of LeChuck.
Black Sails, Black something.
Probably it's an H in it, right?
Skull and Bones.
It's an H in it, yes. Yeah, that game, which, once again, there's people yelling, it's this! I can't think of it. I mean, Pirates, I'm in. That sounds cool. I've been wanting to go back to Sea of Thieves. I need a crew.
Well, it is going to come to game preview on October 8th, and it will have crossplay between Xbox One and Steam. The next bit of news was exciting, somewhat. They talked about Project xCloud a little bit. I didn't really get to see the goings on, but they did reveal that you can register for the preview coming up. So correct me if I'm wrong. I know you did this, Kush. You provided the link, but I just registered. When it looks like you can only register, you have to put in some information, but you have to have an Android device, no iOS.
I don't know about that. Luckily, I do have an Android device, so I just
I'm cool
put
with
in that information. And it's not a guarantee. You're gonna be this is to get to build a big pool that they can then choose people from.
Yeah, I had luckily just got a Galaxy Tab for work purposes that's sitting in a drawer, so I put that, but they didn't have. I didn't see iOS as an option. So it's probably a preview thing, I guess.
And probably not Google phone either.
Google was an option. After you select the make, then you pick the kind of phone you have or the device you have. So
interesting.
Google phones probably work.
Interesting. Yeah, because I have the Pixel 3.
I've got the Note 8,
I would imagine
I think I'm going to be signing up for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like Kush said, it's not guaranteed. You sign up and you should know by mid-October if you are in it. They showed off some new Game Pass for PC games. We'll talk about that in a little bit after the sales. And then they just showed off different trailers and different insights on upcoming games. Those being Children of Morta, which is a roguelike story-driven RPG that's coming out mid-October.
Sounds cool.
They showed Code Vein, no date on that one. Outer Worlds, that's the Obsidian game that is coming to Game Pass October 25th. Kind of looks like, I'm going to steal Fug's line here, a mix between Borderlands and Fallout. Interesting enough for me to check it out at least.
I remember seeing that during E3. That did look cool.
Yep. And so, yeah, if you're a Game Pass holder, you get that day and date.
Sweet.
They had an interview about Ghost Recon, which nobody here cares about. Hitman 2, the latest expansion. I think the final expansion is out. And then we get to... They also showed Ace Combat 7 trailer and a DayZ preview. And then
Ace Combat 7, that I want to check out. I like the dogfight games. They're cool.
It sounds boring, so it's right up your alley.
Yeah, sorry, Fufu, I'm not with you on that one.
It's starting to crumble.
Yeah,
Here comes
I do
the
not like flying games.
That's where we can drive the wedge.
See, I've always enjoyed the flying dogfight games all the way back to like the PlayStation 2 with Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. I love those games. I've played a couple of the Ace Combat, so that sounds up my alley. I'm in. I can't wait for Flight Simulator.
Ew.
Half the people just went, "Why?"
And then they showed a little bit more for 2 more games. I saved them for last because they're probably the most exciting to us. That would be Felix the Reaper. That is coming to Game Pass October 17th.
And Game Pass Ultimate.
I guess if you want to differentiate, it's coming to both.
There's a difference.
I'm wondering that could mean 2 stacks. That could not mean 2 stacks.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Okay.
Well, fingers crossed. I don't know how you guys feel about that. You probably don't even know what it is, Fufu, because it's a game. But it
Well,
looks
then.
fun. It looks fun to me. It's got this quirky style where you're the Reaper, and he's like dancing, and I guess you invite people to die. I don't know. It looks weird. I'm probably all wrong on that, but
So
the aesthetics were good.
Sold me.
And then, well, yeah, I knew it would.
it's the Reaper from. Well, never mind. No one's going to get that reference.
Felix the Reaper. Oh, you're trying to think of a joke. That's not
No, I
funny.
was thinking of an anime, but no one's going to get it. So
No.
Never
one's
mind.
gonna get it.
Oh,
Just
what
stop.
are
No.
your feelings on
Just stop.
anime, Sarah?
Soul Eater.
So, I would say I'm indifferent. That's probably the accurate description. Like,
She hates them. We're good.
Yeah.
no, I don't hate them, but I'm not like really into them. My favorite anime that I've seen by far is Baka and Tess.
I have no idea what that is.
Is that anything like Dragon Ball?
No. Yes. No, it's super cute.
You should check that out, Fufu.
Sure.
I think it's up your alley.
Even Thomas liked it.
See?
I put it on the watch list.
I would recommend providing a link. Because there's no way that's getting spelled by anyone here.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, we all do struggle with illiteracy here, so.
All right, Corey, hit us up with that last game.
Last one is definitely going to be... Oh, hold on. I clipped there. The last one is definitely going to be up Sarah's alley, at least. And that's going to be After Party. This is the
Whoop.
game by the Oxenfree devs. So that comes to Game Pass October 29th. So maybe a future Game Club game. Maybe.
Yeah, we were talking about that after the last recording. The premise of it, from what I understand, is it's 2 kids that go to hell, and the only way they can
What?
escape is out drinking Satan.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
What?
I'm not sure how much is...
As you do.
That is
Yeah.
I don't know how deep it's going to be.
yeah, I'm not sure how much actual story or whatnot's going to be with it, but yeah.
Based on historical events, so yeah.
I don't even know what to say. That's the craziest premise to a game. All right.
And
But
I
yeah.
did send you guys the link to Baka and Tess, so now Fufu can add that to his watch list.
Sweet.
Oh gosh, there's pink hair, there's big eyes,
It's,
yeah, and then
anime.
she's wearing a skirt, so I guess that's an anime.
Picture an anime
Um,
girl. That's her.
Yeah, and of course they go to a pool at some point in the show.
Oh, that says summon the beast. I thought it said summon breasts.
Same difference.
Oh,
It's
they probably do
anime.
that too.
Be an anime and all.
That
was it.
There might be a...
That was it for Inside Xbox.
Oh man. Going back to xCloud real quick. Did they give any other details, or was it just sign up for the beta?
If I could hear it, I would have told you more.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I just happened to see, I was in the middle of getting dinner ready, and so I fired up the Xbox just so I could get a mix pot if there was one. And Major Nelson mentioned the URL, and I said, hey, that's a thing. So I signed up, and then I posted the link, and then I went back to cooking chicken. So I didn't see anything.
I did not. You're probably still good to sign up on it since they're not picking people till mid-October. I will say that. I just signed up now after trying multiple times when the event was on, which was like 4 hours ago almost. Probably.
Something like that, yeah.
Not even that. I don't think.
I was only on my phone. It would not load. It would just fail. Finally tried it on PC and it gave me the form. But if you haven't signed up for it and you're interested, definitely try it. Now there is a stipulation. Yeah, it's only available in US, UK, and somewhere else that J Black is not in.
Russia.
Australia.
I don't know.
Pakistan.
Iraq.
Well, 2 out of 3 of those locations, if you're not there, it's going to be a crapshoot. So,
Okay. Well, I'm sure that's like the one thing everyone was really tuning into the Inside Xbox about. Everyone wants to play Xbox on mobile, so that'll be great.
I don't know. I'm all about that Game Pass now, and it was kind of wah.
Are all those games you mentioned coming to Game Pass, or just a couple?
All the indie games, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, the indie games we mentioned. Other ones, so what's not coming to Game Pass off the top of my head, Children of Morta, Code Vein, Ghost Recon, Hitman 2, Ace Combat, and DayZ.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were only a few.
Okay. Well, if you like indie games, Game Pass will be your best friend.
I mean, I'm excited about being able to play, when the TV is being monopolized by some sort of weird Baby Shark or, whatever else my daughter is into or regressing back into.
See, I would love to have xCloud. So instead of having to watch The Office at lunch, I would instead just, play Xbox. That'd be much better.
Or you could have 2 TVs.
Yeah, you could, but I actually do. But that means I'd have to be working out in the basement, and that's hard work.
No, I mean like 2 TVs in your living room.
Oh, yeah. Don't think I can explain that one to the wife, so I gotta take a pass on that.
Yeah, the people are confused when they come into my house and see my living room, because we do have 2 TVs for our 4 Xboxes.
That's the way to do it.
It sounds like a dream setup. It does. It sounds fantastic. It's like a dreamland.
See, I have that down here in the game room. Upstairs in the living room, no, we don't got that. We got one. We just got one TV up there.
Yeah, the only 2 TVs in this house are in the living room.
Well, I mean,
it's kind of funny that you've got a perspective that no one else here does, and that's that your SO is a gamer as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I had to marry a fellow gamer. He was a PC gamer primarily before we got together, and I converted him to console.
Nice.
Good.
definitely way to go.
So, but yeah, I mean, I've been a gamer my entire life. I always get frustrated when people are asking, like, oh, so you play games because your husband does.
So how's Maple's story?
Don't forget, Mrs. Cuddly Poof plays Angry Birds, a prestigious Xbox game.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
That's the frustrating part right there with her. Love you, babe.
Okay, I was not going to go into this.
Boy.
She used to play, but then when we got together, she stopped. And now she only plays periodically. It's like she has an Xbox, but she doesn't use it. And it's the better one out of the two of us. It's just... Love you, bro.
All right. Real quick, derail. I need an Office update from you because I haven't had one in a while. And you should be done by now.
I am very close to being done to The Office. I am in season 8. I just got past... Let's see where I'm at. Okay. I just got past the Christmas episode. And...
Which Christmas one, though?
Andy's the manager now.
Yes.
And yeah, I've passed you again.
And
I've passed you again on my third watch through.
Well, the first one's painful enough. I'm also past the Valentine's episode. I'm on episode 15, Tallahassee, where Dwight is taking a couple of them down to Florida for the Saber store project thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
The pyramid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Those last 2 seasons are pretty bad.
Unpopular opinion. I'm enjoying this just about as much as the rest of them.
Keep watching.
I mean,
you haven't been without Mr. Michael Gary Scott for very long.
It's not that big of a loss. But let's get out of that because they're about to shoot me through the computer. Let's get on to some sales. Okay, that's an awesome segue right there. Corey,
was it?
Take your segue.
That was definitely sarcasm. Corey, what are you picking up? Or do you have any recommendations? I know you have at least one, which I am probably going to get as well.
I actually have 4 recommendations. I have all of these games, so I'm not picking up anything, but you should definitely play Omega Strike for $3.59 if you are looking into boosting your Metroidvania collection. It's a solid one, and cheap one at that. The Little Acre, I'm sure Sarah would have a glowing review for. It is a point and click.
I did enjoy that one, though I ended up having to play it twice because I did not get the speed run the first time, and I forgot to jump off the cliff at that bird. I think you have to capture like a bird when you jumped off the waterfall, and I didn't do that.
But it's actually one of the few point and clicks that I've enjoyed, so I threw that up
cute.
here. Yeah,
it's very cute.
Less than $4 as well. Also, want to shout out Tesla Grad. You will be Tesla glad that you got it for $6. Another, it's categorized Metroidvania. It's on the light side. It was one of the first ones that kind of got us into it, I would say. But it's a fun time. There's only, 1 or 2 frustrating little bits. Otherwise, it was a good game. And then the last one is a big boy recommendation. Spyro and Crash. You can get the bundle for $37.49.
Buy it.
That's 6 games, guaranteed to get you well over 50, 60 hours of playtime out of it. And I would say only 3 of them are really difficult. So do it.
Half of that is what I'm getting. I already have Spyro. The Crash Insane Trilogy is 50% off. It's at $20. I'm getting that. I've got a bunch of Microsoft credit thanks to the Microsoft rewards, so I'm only have to go put in a couple of bucks to get it. I've been waiting for a 50% off sale. I didn't think it was going to come this soon. I was expecting to get it around Black Friday. I got the True Achievement email price tracker alert this morning. I saw that $20 right where I want it. I knew today was going to be a good day. That was the way to start the morning.
Happy birthday, Fufu.
It came a month
for
early.
you.
I'm glad. I'm Tesla glad. How about you, Nate? Picking up.
Well, I've been told to mention Paw Patrol on a roll. It just showed up on my list, so I'll talk about it. Like Ron Burgundy, it's on the teleprompter. I will read it. It's $24, down from $40. It's supposed to be a 4 to 5 hour completion, but my daughter's taking forever. So I don't know. It's 1,000 gamer score, 1330 TA, and I have 2 achievements left. So I will be putting her to work. An actual recommendation from me is Aqua Kitty UDX. This is $2.69, down from $9. It's your typical 1,000 gamer score with 2,145 TA. It takes about 12 to 15 hours, according to people that have played it. I hope. And it is a shmup. I just like these types of games. Once again, this type of shmup is something you can just pick up, play a little bit, get a fix, put it back down, and forget about it. So you can, there's no real commitment to these games, and I like them, and it's kind of a fun one. Reminds me of some older PC-style games where the game kind of loops left to right. So if you go right, you can just kind of loop all the way to the left side, and you can use that to your advantage when trying to take out attackers who are attacking the objectives you need to protect. So you can zip, rather than run all the way to the other side, just zip out the left, show up on the right, and get there a little faster. Then there's Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy. This is $19.49, down from $30. It is the visual novel genre, along with some other ones, but I think that one's the most appropriate. It's 1,000 gamer score. That doesn't seem right.
That definitely piques my interest, but that is a really long visual novel.
Yeah, well, it's essentially 3 games. Most trilogies are. It is 2,270 TA. It's really only 1,000 gamer score. I'm questioning that. That I might have to take this off the list after I'm done talking about it. It's got 30 to 35 hours as the estimate. It breaks down to about $6.60, 66 cents per games. It has a walkthrough. So it looks interesting to me. I kind of like this style, and I'm hoping that if enough people buy it, I've mentioned this before, I'm old, bear with me, that hopefully Professor Layton will also make a transition.
Not at 1,000 gamer score.
Not at 1,000 gamer score. That'd be painful.
That sounds good. Yeah, because I'm trying to be number one in visual novels for Michigan, so it'd be a good one to add to my list. But
yeah, it looks a little diluted. I was hoping for 3,000 gamer score. I hope I did that wrong. Someone can check me on that.
You are correct, sir.
Ugh, that's sad.
Wait, it's 2,200 TA for a 1K visual novel?
Yes. So your TA is going to be good, but your it's 3 games long, so it's 30 to 35 hours. So I don't know. Might want to think about it. I will eventually pick this one up, but I don't know if $20 is low enough. For some people, it might be. Mentioned before multiple times, Strider for the X1 is $3 down from $15. 1,000 gamer score, 2,282 TA. This is a Metroidvania Vainer. It's 12 to 15 hours, and it has a 360 stack. If you're going to play it, I would recommend doing the stack at the same time so that you don't have to go through the learning curve again. It's a good game. It's fun. It does have speedruns, which is one of the things I dislike about Metroidvanias, but it's not so bad. And finally, World to the West, $12 down from $20. So not a huge deal, but maybe enough to make a difference. 1,000 gamer score, 1,380 TA. It's the action adventure, 20-25 hour estimate. I mention it because Tesla grad, it's the same developer. It's got some similarities across the world. So some of the story in World of the West, I believe, borrows from the mythos or whatever of Tesla grad, and also because it ties into Zelda. It's plays a little bit like a Zelda type adventure game. So this is one of the ones that when my RTDL is over, I hope to go through and play this game to completion.
Really?
I do. I enjoy this type of game. I was actually thinking about starting a challenge for other people, which are, we don't have Zelda on the Xbox, so let's play these games instead. So World to the West, It'll Do Too. What was the one we just did? Yeah.
But does it have fishing, though?
I don't know. But what was the other one I was going to mention?
There's Ocean Horn.
Yeah, Ocean Horn, obviously. And there are others. Rhyme. Yeah. There are all sorts of ones I was going to kind of lump together and call these like Zelda-likes and maybe see where to go. Now, that's a dense...
Sounds like a new genre.
Dense genre. Yeah, it's a dense genre. So, I mean, they're not ones you can just zip through for the most part. But
it's funny that... Mm-hmm. I was going to say, it's funny you mentioned that. I figured it was just for the Tesla grad reference, but... I have World to the West. You can get it cheaper than this, but not digitally. It doesn't go on sale very often. So if you want digital, this is actually probably pretty good. If you want it, if you can handle a disc, you could probably get it for as low as $5-6. I got it on Amazon right after Tesla grad, and it actually showed up on my RTDL list. My lowest ratio achievement this month is World to the West, and I've yet to do it because I know there's almost no guides for it. And I know I don't remember anything about it. I'm actually tempted to reroll it because I don't want to play it.
It has a 43% completion percentage for people that have played it.
This is one of those games where it's low-tracked gamers, but the people who get it usually play it to completions. Yeah. Yep. So
it's doable.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to load it up before I request that reroll, but... I could say right now, I'm not looking forward to trying to figure out where I left off a year ago.
Yeah, you might as well just start it over. But
I got 4 hours to do it already.
P-Tart, what point and clicks visual novels are you going to get?
I only have one point and click on my list. I have the Book of Unwritten Tales 2. It is currently on Game Pass, so if you don't have Game Pass, it's only $2.99, which is down from $19.99, so that's a good price.
Well then,
it's like over half off.
At least.
So, some people say 85% off.
That seems about right.
So yeah, I've been enjoying that game so far. I'm only like 2 or 3 hours into it, but yeah, I mean. I love point and click games. That's no secret. Another one I've recommended, I mean, it's not the world's greatest game, but it is some easy gamer score. The Murdered Soul Suspect game. I enjoyed it. Thomas and I played it together. Together as in we each played on our own Xbox on our own TV, but we did play together.
Efficiency.
Yeah, so I think it's more, he and I just had a really good time playing that game. So whenever I see that pop up, I'm like, oh, that's a good game.
Wasn't that Games with Gold a while back?
One of them was, yeah, I think.
I think the X-Bone version was. I don't remember.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I feel like I have that game, and it's not something I probably would have bought. I don't know.
Yeah. My other one is Uno. That one is 50% off.
Have to work in there. At least this time it works.
It's a legitimate Uno.
It is. I had the pleasure of boosting this game with Corey a long time ago.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was a fun little boosting game. 50% off for that one. And my last two are up Fufu's alley here.
I'm listening.
First one is Gnome's Garden, New Home.
This game is all the time on sale for $2.
It is.
And it is,
but I love them.
No, it's constantly one of those games I'm like, I'm getting that. And then we stop recording. I go do something else, and I totally forget to get it. But it's like one of those games I keep wanting to pick up because it's $2 Like, that's so cheap. And it's a management game. Mm-hmm. And I just look at the screenshots. It's like, oh, yes, that's exactly what I like. I know I would enjoy this. Especially being it's a 10-ish hour completion. I forget what TA said.
I think it's 8 to 10.
Yes.
Yeah, the eighth floor are typically 8 to 10.
Yeah, so it's like perfect. Management game, easy to complete. $2. Yeah.
And you don't need a guide.
And I don't need a guide. It just gets better.
And it's cute.
Cool. Cool.
Don't let him fool you. He likes the cuteness.
All right. So last one. Fufu, again, this will be right up your alley. Clouds and Sheep 2.
Okay.
It is a simulation game.
Okay.
And I had a blast playing this one. I loved it. It was fun. I mean, you get to play with clouds that turn into sheep and sheep that turn into clouds.
So it's not lemmings? It seemed like lemmings to me.
I knew nothing about this, but I'll take your word for it.
You have to keep your sheep alive. You got to feed them. You got to water them, and
don't set them on fire.
Yeah, you can set them on fire with lightning.
Oh, well then, that was a total joke. Pretty serious. You apparently. Oh yeah, looky here. Lightning lighting the sheep on fire. All right then, good screenshot.
Yeah. So, and you can buy various hats for your goat or sheeps, and yeah, it's a fun game. I really enjoyed it. And so much so that I played it for Thomas as well. So,
what's the point? Do you just kill sheep?
No, you take care. You take care of them, and they provide resources for your farm.
This is not.
I'm watching the video, and the lightning turned him into a cloud, and it went up, and then the trailer ended. Like that's what you're supposed to do.
This just
would honestly make it very interesting. Like 100 Ways to Die, but with sheep.
I'm just looking at this, and it kind of reminds me of Back of the Barnyard for some reason. And like it looks absolutely nothing like it, but I have no idea why. I'm just thinking why this made me think of that.
But yeah, anyways, your sheep give you resources so you can expand your farm and complete the objectives and all of that good stuff and get the achievements.
Management game, I'm in. Or simulation. This one's not management.
Yeah. This one's a simulator.
They're like one and the same, honestly. But yeah, simulation management, I'm in.
Oh yeah, it's only $2.49.
Also cheap.
75% off from $9.99. So even better.
And with Inside Xbox, we have a couple of games that have been added to Game Pass. And obviously, like we said last week, as soon as we were done recording, a couple hours later, Xbox Game Pass tweeted out a couple of games that are coming out. First game coming to console. I am so excited for this game. I wanted this but I just didn't want to pick it up right away because I knew it would be a while before I got to it, and that's Jump Force. This game
Are
looks
you
awesome.
sure? Are you sure you got your info right there?
What genre is this one?
I think it's true.
It's a fighting game. I thought it was a free to play
Ew.
weekend though.
No, that's.
Oh no, it says Game Pass. You are
I was
right.
going to say, wait a minute, did I dream me getting excited at this? Because I could have sworn I saw the picture of Jump Force on there. But yes, I'm very much excited. I like fighting games. I'm not good at them. I'm.
Ooh, there's another wedge.
See,
I detest fighting games.
I am okay for that. I'm okay at fighting games when it comes to like the normies. I'm by no means like extra hero level good at them, but I really enjoy fighting games. And this one has, all the Shonen Jump animes, so as in Jump Force. So it has Naruto, Dragon Ball Z's in it, Yu-Gi-Oh! This is up my alley.
Are they gonna have Area 51 DLC?
If they are, that would be amazing.
That would get me to play it. Otherwise, this looks like a very hard completion.
I'm sure it is. Most fighting games, I think, are up on the harder scale of completions.
So when I browse achievement list, if I see anything where it requires S rank, I'm out. I'm like, nope, can't even do it. And you got to do that a bunch in this game. And there's an obtain all achievements achievement.
Oof.
I know how those are, but this one seems like it works though. 66 people have completed it.
That
Out of
seems 10,000.
10,000.
That's actually quite a bit of people that have done that because these are usually kind of difficult. Like you said, have to get all the highest ranks. Huh. Well,
It's a 5.6 ratio.
I mean, obviously 66 out of 10,000. That's still a very minute amount of people that's completed. But yeah, I'm very much excited for that game. I've seen a little bit of the gameplay. I definitely wanted to try it, and it coming to Game Pass. Absolutely going to download
And another game came, and I'm so excited for it.
that. Sure, I'll let you take it because I couldn't care less about it.
Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Why are you not excited, Fufu? It's a Vayner. It's a very
It's 2D.
Prestigious Vayner that took a long time to make. And people paid good money for it to be quote unquote free.
Yeah, Nate, did you back the Kickstarter for this?
Yes, I did.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how annoyed are you that you backed the Kickstarter, or you put money into it for the Kickstarter, and now it's coming to Game Pass, and you essentially get it for free now?
Considering I kickstarted it about 30 years ago, I've forgotten all about that money.
Yeah, I remember.
So I'm not upset at all.
I remember when this game finally did get released. You, Michelle, and Elle were talking about it while I was taking a nap, and I remember you guys saying you're excited for it. It took forever. I don't know. I know it's in a Castlevania-esque, but I don't know. I remember watching the trailer and going, "This isn't my thing. This isn't my cup of tea."
I'm so glad you brought that up because I'd been looking for a way to kind of segue this in. There is a game on Kickstarter that I want everybody to kickstart. It is called Savior. It is not for the Xbox, but if we get enough cash in there, maybe it will be. This is a weird kind of Metroidvania-ish combat. So it's kind of it seems like a cross between like a Prince of Persia and a Metroidvania where the combat is based on like gymnastics. And you've got to go, at least just go watch the trailer. I've linked it before. I think the Kickstarter ends in, I don't want to say 10 days or something like that. They're pretty close.
15 from recording.
15 days, yeah. I backed it. I think it's going to come to Switch at some point. So, I'll be happy to start that podcast on Switch. My hope is that this will eventually make its way to Xbox. But check it out. It might be worth Kickstartering, and then, it'll be free for other people, and you can complain about it. So that'll be great.
All right. I should also mention that Jump Force and Bloodstained are both coming to the console. Coming to the PC and console is Dirt Rally 2.0. I don't anyone racing game. Well, I know you two aren't. Sera with an H, are you?
No, I'm not keen on racing games either.
Yeah.
My understanding is that the Dirt Rally games are the more difficult dirt games, and the dirt games are the fun kind of Forza Horizon type games.
I'll take your word for it. I don't think I've ever played a dirt game, so I have no idea.
I haven't either.
I enjoyed Forza Horizon, so
Yeah.
if this is
This one
like
will
that,
not be for you then. No, this one, the dirt rally games are the complicated ones. They are the Forza to the dirt series is Forza Horizon. So this one, for people who like the arcadey, this is probably not for them. It's my understanding.
okay,
And if I were to play any racing games, it's more the kart style.
same.
The fun ones.
Pretty much. Also coming to PC and console, Bad North, and
Probably the better of the North games.
I would say so. It's definitely not L's favorite North. It's actually called Bad North. I think it's a tower defense strategy.
Interesting.
It's something along those lines. I remember looking at it and going, "This is interesting. I'm probably gonna try this one out." So boring game. Most people don't like it. Probably won't like it.
It is a roguelite strategy real time.
Okay, that's it.
More-
That's why I was
Far
interested.
from the truth.
The real time. That's what made me interested in it. I like real time games. Next game coming to the console, Lego Worlds. Nate, something for your daughter to play?
Yeah, and Corey wants you to start it.
You can, yeah. So I would not call this a good Lego game. It's not like any of the others, which aren't great either.
This is the Toys of Life one, right? Or is that Dimensions?
No, that's Lego Dimensions.
Okay.
This is kind of Minecraft-y-ish. You unlock like blueprints and you can build stuff, and you travel to different planets and collect stuff. And I don't remember like a storyline to it, but there's a bunch of achievements for like you have to find a gold piece, a Lego piece, and they have specific coordinates, and you could like do some very convoluted finding, and you like it brought up a QR code. You scan the QR code and it gives you coordinates and whatever. People have already decrypted all that stuff, and it's all on TA. You can find those pieces, but you have to play so much of the game to even do that. And that's kind of where I'm at. And I kind of kept it on for RTDL's sake because I can go to any of those fairly good ratio achievements and get them. But it's not a fun game in my opinion. Feel free to try it out for yourself though, and make that that determination. It does have a ridiculous, collect studs achievement, and I believe it's 1 billion in this game. So
that sounds high.
be warned for that.
But it's a simulation game.
I don't know where they get that idea, but
They have to rank it, so that's where they throw it.
yeah, if you like traditional Lego games, this one's gonna throw you on your head. But I mean,
Well, in that case, this sounds like
Yeah.
something I might like because I don't particularly enjoy the typical Lego games.
throw your kid, your nephew on it, and just be like, "This is the new Fortnite
Good idea.
build."
Good idea.
Because it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. You just kind of point and transform the world and whatnot and whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out. I don't know. Next game, this is already on the console, but now it's coming to the PC, which is where it probably is played better at, is City Skylines. This game is on my radar. I want to play it. I dived it for one of the Xbox Game Pass quests a month ago, I believe it was, maybe the previous month. I like these games. It's like SimCity. It's one of those games where if I start it, I'm going to get sucked into it, so I'm putting it off a bit before I actually get into it. And last game,
That's a 4. That's a 4. If you don't know Roman numerals,
oh, see, I can read Roman numerals. I understand that.
you were hesitating. So
No, I was going to the next one. I was waiting to see if anyone had anything to say about it. And the final game that's coming to the PC for Game Pass is Saints Row 4 Re-Elected. I have not played any Saints Row games, so I don't much care about this.
They're sim. You should totally do it.
They're really fun. I actually enjoy them.
Well, if you like them, I guess I'll probably like them.
I mean, why Saints Row the Third was really fun. I mean, you get to run around and beat up people with a giant purple dildo.
As soon as you started that question, I knew where that was going.
Man, he loves it.
I know
he's
so
in.
little about this game, but that's like the one thing that whenever you talk about it, that everyone's just like, I got to beat up someone with a dildo. I guess that's the highlight of the game.
Hey, you remember when I said you should let your nephew play Lego Worlds? You should let him play this.
No.
He'll be the coolest kid in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, mm-hmm. It's very educational.
I don't know where. Yeah, we're just going to skip over that. Let's go into some contests. Let's just get off of that topic. We're almost done. Let's get on with our contest. Let's get into the RTDL. We have a couple more full combos for this week. Congratulations to Jimbot UK, Shababa Bobble, BenL72, and Matriarch.
Woo!
They have all joined
Good job.
Kingsman and getting their full combos for the month, which I can tell you all are very much over the team competition because we only have 5, and it's the 24th. Wait,
We've got
or
1 week.
25th. No, 24th. Yeah, I got
week
my
to
date
get
right.
it done.
I had the most time-consuming month out of everybody, so I'm getting there.
It's just
Yeah.
typically by this point, and we have 7, 8, and this right now we just got to 5. So it's definitely starting to slow down a bit.
Yeah, I was on vacation for 5 days as well.
That's
so,
not an excuse.
Yeah, it's been harder to get some of these things done. So I'm not going to get in the full combo, but still.
Yes, and I definitely underestimated the amount of time that I would be able to dedicate to this. Apparently, my infant does actually require a lot of my time.
But if you would like to get a list for that, be sure to contact Chin Doctor. He'll generate you a list. And if you are in it, you only have a week left to score some points. Next contest that's a bit time sensitive is the Gamertag Challenge. Once again, like I just said, you have a week left. If you want to get in on this one, this month Gamertag is Freemhole. You only have a week. Like I said, you only have a week left to enter into it. As of right now, we have 12 submissions, which is pretty cool because we had 9 last week, so we have 3 more people joining in. All right, well, let's continue on. Continue
The
on.
GTASCTT.
This is week 13. Bonus is solo side this week. It's the high jump. And it's the end of scoring period, having scored at least 3,000 TA difference. So that will probably artificially raise the bar as people are trying to go for that. Maybe. Does anyone care about this?
That's a big number to hit.
No.
I'm not really into it anymore. I mean, I got my badge, right? Everybody got their badge?
Nope.
No. Yay, someone else to join me. And then not
Yeah, the joke
Harry's
is supposed to be.
bracket.
The joke is supposed to be only for Fufu, but now I feel bad.
You should.
I'm in it for the team, so
And it
Gotta
is my
keep them
own
going.
fault. Yeah, and it is my own fault that I didn't do very well this year. I signed up the last minute, kind of forgot about it. I got eliminated the first week from the individual. When I signed up, I was like, okay, I'm going to have Thomas be my teammate, obviously, and let's find a third, and we'll just kind of, field out and do it for funsies and get to week 10, whatever. Totally forgot about it and got assigned to 2 random people. And they actually did really well. And then all of a sudden, like week 7, they decided to stop playing. So we got eliminated.
what jerks.
Who cares about this?
I would call them out, but I don't think they listen to this podcast.
Well, not only are they jerks, but they suck. We do have one elimination this week, though, and that is Sen. Senua, Sen, LL space Sen, LL, something like that. He was eliminated from the individual.
He's just typing the no spoiler thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And with that...
Good cough. That was good.
Nice. And with that, let's take it into our final part, and that is Proclamation Point.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa!
I wanted to mention something for Gamertag Challenge real quick.
Ooh, my bad.
We have 1 week left, so this will be the last time we get to talk about the month for Freemhole. We currently have 12 completions, so we haven't gone ahead and verified them yet, but 12 people have completed spelling Freemhole. Some of them have gone for the extra fez. I think most have not, and that's a difference of 3 from last week. I just want to let you know that this time next week, possibly, this time next week, we'll switch over to our October gamertag challenge, and that gamertag is Fighter X93 Chip with 2 P's. However, we have a special challenge, and that is any game that begins with a P will also get you, after your 2, will get you continued entries into this drawing for October. So if you have a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean, which I think there's only one, you can you can play a lot of games that start with P and continue to accrue entries.
Pixel piracy?
Pixel piracy. Oh, alliteration is great, but it still only gets you 1.
All the Persona games. Oh, wrong console. Never mind.
And we asked Fighter Chip what game he wanted to be his extra entry game, and he chose Trials Rising.
Gross.
Ew.
Well, you only need 1 achievement, and you have to open that can of worms if you're a completionist. So
Nope,
So
that can is not opening.
that's
The
probably why
worms
he
are staying
picked
in.
he apparently is very good at this game and very good at sticking to playing this game to the point where I think he's really close to the completion. I think he said he's like 2 or 3 achievements away. But I like the Trials games. I don't have that problem with not completing a game. So I will. I've already purchased this, so I will be getting that, even though it doesn't do me any good because I can't win. There you go. That's what I wanted to talk about. So next month, Fighter Chip. Check your library. Make sure you have a lot of P's. And if you want to do Trials Rising, cool. If not, we will do the drawing a couple days into October. And we'll allow you to continue to add your entries for the first couple days in. We'll give you a quick notice on the channel, and then we'll shut it down.
Yeah, just on that, we won't record again until October 1st, so it'll probably be the podcast after that. Make sure we verify entries, right?
Something like that. It depends on how on top of things Matriarch can be with work and such. So
Yeah,
she should know that this is priority.
yes,
She
yeah,
should,
exactly. And I should probably put my entries on my spreadsheet.
that would be helpful. Yeah.
Yes, and if you do want to get in on it, make sure to send a private message to Nate, and he will get you into it.
Yep. Send me a private message or just follow the pins. They will allow you to request access directly from the Google Doc. So,
How private should this message be?
well, that's between you and I.
Well, if you got duck pics, they go to Michelle.
Yes. Duck pics go to Michelle.
Deck pics go to Chip. Anything else, use your discretion.
It's a nice deck.
All right. Well, with that, now let's go to Proclamation Point. Corey, take it away.
Well, I had a lot of completions and completion percentages, but somebody took them away. So, let me tell you about some streaks. We got Prue on a 1,300-day achievement win streak. True Marvelous is on a 1-year achievement win streak, and by far the most prolific and best streak we have so far is Rucker Dude 5012. 25 days. Oh my god!
Wow!
Good
Way
job.
to go.
Wow. Ooh.
Well
That's
done.
Almost a month.
good
Not
to
bad.
him.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, that's almost 26 days.
It is.
Fantastic.
That's
For
all of our
achievement-
streaks.
Man,
For
if that's the bar to get in, I want my 5-day one right on there.
I've kind of been of the opinion that we should read all 10 days. Like, anytime there's a 10-day, we should do it. Just because,
I've been putting them, but Mr. 25 over here likes to take them off.
Okay.
how rude.
So here's the problem with 10 days. Is everyone who gets a 10-day then seems to immediately break it on day 11. So then go and get another
What's the
10-day streak. So it was just every other podcast you would just be here. Hey, Chindakta is on another 10-day win streak.
People like the other names. Everybody, tell Fufu, send him mallard pics.
A deck chair pick.
That you like hearing your name on the podcast. You like hearing your milestones, no matter what they are.
I was going to say
all milestones matter
till after this.
Yeah,
but
I mean, some are better than others. You know, like completed games and completion percentage, but you know, hey, that's just me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't see a problem with 10 days.
okay, fine. We can start adding 10 days. I was going to say this till after, but I might as well say it now because someone in Discord yelled at me because I wasn't including theirs as well. There's a certain standard like I had that we read these off, like achievements ones are only in increments of 500. TA score and gamer score is typically only in increments of like 25,000 or 50,000. And the reason we do that, and you know what? I'm going to post a picture of what my friend feed on TA looks like because there will be so many. Like, I don't know if people tune us out when we get to this point or not, but like this section would be 20 minutes long. There are so many milestones that get hit that if we were to read every single one, it'd just be crazy. Especially like gamer score, because gamer score counts every 5K it pops up. So we try to limit it to where, you know, it's a little bit more uniform. I mean, and we know we like to read off as many as possible, but.
So basically what he's saying is if you don't hear your name, it's his fault.
I mean...
It doesn't reach his high standards.
It's high standards. All right. And with that, if you do want your name read off, make sure to send me a friend request on TA, and I'll add you to the list. And I may or may not read them off.
Moving on to things that Fufu has allowed to be read. Achievements 1. Hat90 has reached a new milestone of 3,000 achievements 1. What the fug? Needs to buy a vowel. He has reached a new milestone of 13,000 achievements 1. Spanky and Spronkle with 14,500. Mike Pitch with 14,500. And Chewy on Ice has reached a new milestone of 15,500. We'll keep going. Woo has reached 18,500. Page breaks are awesome. Prue has reached a new milestone of 21,000 achievements 1. And Mattism is cheating at Gears Pop and has reached a new milestone of 23,500 achievements 1. In the category of gamer score, we have Hat90 again with 75,000 gamer score. And Elroy OMJ has reached a new milestone of 750,000 gamer score by adding a 0.
Love that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go.
And congrats to my BFF Prue. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Oh, it's my turn.
It's your turn.
All right. TA score. Doughboy. He has reached a new milestone of 200,000 TA score. Arizona Mongoose has reached a new milestone of 200 TA score as well. 200,000. Sorry, not 200. 200,000 TA
Commas.
score. Yeah, commas are difficult, yo. I mean, it's not like I work in accounting and commas are important, so. High Road version 2 has a new milestone of 450,000 TA score. Pop Tart Texas has it has 550,000 TA score.
Pretty.
Oh, and look, Dunkos also has 550,000 TA score. And Bees Middle, yeah, that sounds right. Bees Middle.
It's Australian.
He has reached a new milestone of 750,000 TA. Oh, I have another section. Whoops, my document just jumped on me.
You'll love these with no commas.
All right. Did you just take those out?
No, that's how TA puts them. So when I copy and paste, they just never have commas. And I don't go back and add them because this is usually Nate's thing. So I leave them out for him.
Oh, nice.
Here,
commas are magically appearing.
I'll add them in for you.
I still struggle reading at 11:30 at night, so it's... All right, so Matriarch is now in the top 2,000 of the True Achievement leaderboard for Metroidvanias. Beaters. There we go.
Oh, we need, right there, we need the mango laugh.
Okay. Hatton90 is now in the top 2,000 for England's True Achievement leaderboard for hockey.
More sports.
Yep.
More obscure sports. Well, I guess hockey's not
more American sports.
Yes.
That's the ironic part.
Yeah. Hot Ton 90 again is in the top 5,000 England True Achievement leaderboard for snowboarding. Are there even mountains in England to snowboard on?
We need Hot Ton to clarify that one for us.
Hot Tom, can you please call in?
What the Fug, aka Chris, since I know his real name now, is in the top 10,000 for the True Achievement leaderboard for Vayners.
Good way to get around that.
Professor Pluto is now.
We need her to do this all the time.
Is in the top. Someone has the cursor in the front. There it is. Professor Pluto is now in the top, 100 of the Australia True Achievement leaderboard.
Oh, man.
Now entered the silly portion of the show.
Can you tell it's getting late? Oh, man. Top 100. That's actually really good. Even if there are,
Yes.
I didn't even know there was 100 people in Australia, so that's cool.
Well, they're all British, right?
Close enough. For some goals that have been achieved, Gymbot UK achieved their True Achievement on Xbox One goal to reach 1 million by December 31st. He got that a few months short, so good job there. And P-Tart DX achieved her True Achievement goal to beat Dunkos, which, going up to the TA score portion of this, it seems that you two are neck and neck, but you still managed to beat him. So good job on
that. Dunkos.
And we have a couple of birthdays this week. We had the Tominator 177 was on the 19th. Saucy Slingo was on the 22nd. Patriots suck. And Sangria's was on the 23rd. Happy birthday, guys.
Happy birthday.
Woo! You know all the good-looking people are born in September.
I would argue.
I've heard that, but...
All right, well, I think we've had enough of this. Lots of laughs. This has been one crazy episode. Thank you for joining us, Sarah. It's been great having you on.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me on. This has been fun.
This has been fun. Would you have anything you would like to plug before we sign out?
I think there's a pill for that.
Who got to you?
Oh my god! just had to put it out there. We went 2 hours without saying it, but someone has to say it.
Big L instructed me to.
Darn it, L. He got to her.
Yeah, I don't really have any plugs. My birthday challenge is done, and yeah, come join it next year.
Yeah, thank you for doing that too. Yeah,
yeah. 2020, she'll be 29.
I will be 29. Or maybe I can do a celebration for Corgan's first birthday.
Ooh.
Hey, there you go.
Which is conveniently 6 months from mine.
So every 6 months we'll have a contest with Pop-Tarts. That sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's just baby P-Tart at the moment.
All right, well, that will do it for us this week. If you guys enjoyed this show, please send us a like or give us a like and send us a review on your platform of choice. It is very late. If you could, it would really help us out. And if there are any new reviews, we may or may not read them out on the show. And always be sure to smash that subscribe button. I see everyone laughing, so I'm not going to read that. I'm just going to skip right on over.
Be sure to smushroom that subscribe button.
Be sure
to automatically download to your feet.
Don't be scared, Fufu. Just do it.
Oh boy, what have I done? Okay.
Read the script.
Read the script. Be sure to mushroom that subscribe button so you get all the latest shows automatically downloaded to your feed. This is going to change every single time. I just know it. If you want to send us a Twitter tweet, you can do so by sending us one on the Twitter at Achievements101. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to hit the notification bell so you see all of our content updates there. And lastly, join the Discord. Link is discord.io/AH101. All right, guys. Class dismissed. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye? The question mark? Bye?
Yes.
Are we ending?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a very sequential segment with everybody's favorite educators, X the Hero and Elroy OMJ. Love that guy.
Trade that burger for broccoli. Trade that bacon for Brussels sprouts. These things all start with B. B stands for obesity, which you won't be if you put down the bun.
September is almost over, and I know many are exhausted from this month-long celebration. That's right, it is Childhood Obesity Awareness Month, and VSS knows this is a very heavy subject worth its weight in mentioning. So, just like those little porkers who keep shoveling hot chips into their gullets, I am here to shovel some top, 5?
Top 5! Childhood obesity achievement! Bring it home, Elroy.
Now, top 3 childhood obesity awareness chivos into your ear holes. I am joined today by my imaginary friends, who look incredibly a lot like my real-life friends. That's right, they don't exist. But they could. But first, some clarities. Now, given that we already did, Childhood Obesity Awareness Chivos last year, well, that just makes this an annual thing. And this list will only include the top 3 Childhood Obesity Awareness Chivos from 2019. That's right. Any games that were released before January 1st, 2019, they are ineligible. Oh. Now, personally, I thought the Skyline was kind of a bitter pill to swallow, given that there's this one game called Rally Racers, which was released mid-December 2018. Just barely missed the cutoff. And it had a plethora of chivos relating to getting all the oranges. I mean, there's all kinds of orange chivos on that game. Now, had I been able to use this chivo, I would have reminded you all that fruit, should be consumed in moderation, and then I would have closed it out with some kind of knock-knock joke. Now, it might sound something like this, knock-knock. Who's there? Orange. Orange who? Orange, you glad you don't have childhood obesity? See, it's a shame I didn't get to do that. Now, before I start, I would also like to apologize on the front end to anyone who might be offended by this VSS. Maybe obesity runs in your family. Now, I would argue that it doesn't, because nobody in your family runs, but I digress. Honorable mention. There were a handful of honorable mentions this year for Childhood Obesity Awareness Chivos. It was truly a big year in this category. Ultimately, it came down to the game Hymno, released on September 4th, 2019 for the achievement Still in Shape. Now, there's a lot of qualifying Chivos from this game, but I landed on this one, which is for doing 1,000 jumps. That's how you get it. 1,000 jumps, bleep bloop, still in shape. Now, it's important to get at least 60 minutes of exercise in each day. Or, in Hymno terms, it is important to exercise for as long as it would take you to complete this jewel of a game 4 times over each day. So, jumping is a good way to exercise, and, it can make you feel better and make you happy. However, be careful if you're one of those little fatties, because if you jump for joy, you just might get stuck. Number 3. From the Dragon's Lair trilogy, released May 17th, 2019, comes an achievement called Eat Me. In this Chivo, you lose your last life in the Drink Me scene. Watch carefully. I guess it's kind of like secret, but watch carefully. I don't know, it's in the description. Now, basically, Dirk walks into a room where there's a potion against the wall, and there's a big sign pointing at it, telling him to drink it. The sign says, drink me. So, I connected some dots there. Now, while focused on the sign, unbeknownst to Dirk, flames enter the room, and Dirk burns to death. Now, you must do this on your last life to get the achievement. Other than the wonderful name Eat Me for this achievement, which makes me wonder why his name's such, given that you're supposed to drink the potion, not eat the potion.
Are you drinking enough water? 60% of your body weight in ounces every day.
What does this Chivo have to do with fatty McFat-faced children? The answer is very clear, in that the Chivo is actually social commentary about how companies market their poison to the impressionable eyes of rotund faces of the little ones. Now, don't get me wrong, I am a capitalist through and through. #America. And if the parents buy that crap for their kids, then that is on them. However, I can see the parallels betwixt this Chivo and childhood obesity. While they stare at the advertisement, they are unaware of the flames of diabetes and heart disease that engulf them. Darbridge. Number 2. From Age of Empires Definitive Edition Win 10, released August 19th, 2019, comes an achievement called Pepperoni Pizza.
Ditch those breads. Carbs are the enemy.
Now, for this achievement, you must simply collect 50,000 food. If you're just starting this game, I recommend downloading the save game. I don't know, it's like some save game. It's listed somewhere on TA, and it's one of the solutions. I think it's in the expansion or the add-on section. I don't know. You can find it. Y'all are smart. Now, it works similar to kind of the Minecraft worlds where you have several stations that you go to. Like, you do one thing, and then you go to another station, do something else, and Chivos keep popping. And so this kind of works the same way. So there's one area where you collect gold, another where you collect stone, another where you kill heroes, and another where you get wood. Now, you can get hell of a quick point fix that way, if need be, maybe if you're in some GTASCTT tournament. And doing so will also easily unlock the Pepperoni Pizza Chivo, which is, well, that's the one we're talking about, in case you forgot by now. Now, the name of the Chivo just happens to also be the cheat code that you can type in to get more food. So when you're doing all the other achievements, and if you don't feel like restarting the game, you can type that in if you need to build more people and such and so forth. This is actually the same thing for all the Chivo titles of this type. If you type Woodstock, Coinage, or Quarry, you get all three of those things. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure you can figure out which one's which. Now, why did this Chivo qualify for Childhood Obesity Awareness Month? What could consuming obscene amounts of pepperoni pizza have to do with our little heavyweights in question? Could it be because the average American eats 23 freaking pounds of pizza? #Jordan. And that pepperoni is the favorite topping on said pizzas? This averages out to approximately 6,000 slices of pizza in a lifetime. Well short of the 50K that is needed for this achievement, but, nothing to sneeze at either. Now, given the amount of average carbs in a slice of pizza, which clocks in at approximately 34 grams, the average American will consume approximately 204,000 carbs from this crap. Further, given that the average person only needs about 60 to 80 carbs per day, you gotta see where the problem is. Now, granted that 204,000 is greater than the 50,000 that you need for this achievement, but I digress. Now, as I have stated before, I have a killer pizza recipe that involves arrowroot powder, chia seeds, flax seeds, and tahini as the base, and it is fantastic. So, hit me up if you're interested. Now, also as I have stated, instead of fitting this whole pizza in your belly, work out those 60 minutes of fitness each day instead. Number 1. From Supermarket Shriek, released June 9th, 2019, comes the achievement called Everything Must Go. Now, in this Chivo, you must knock over all the bean stacks in a destruction level. So you coordinate your trigger pulls, pull a little bit over here and over there, and you just glide on through it. Not too difficult to pull off. And I say this having not won this Chivo. I honestly forgot all about it until I started doing this. However, I did just recently spend a whole lot of time on this game. I think Waka might be talking about it in his monologue, so I won't go too far into it, but I will say that I looked at my achievements today, and the one that I got last night on beating the Coliseum in co-op is actually the highest ratio achievement I've ever got, or it currently sets that way. I don't know, I may have got one that was higher at one point, but it's since gone down. So, yeah, this one, I struggled a little bit with that one, and several hours went into it. I'm sure all the team of awesome possums could tell you it was quite the mental anguish for me. However, let's get back to this Chief. Now, as you crash into the stacks of beans, the beans go everywhere. I mean, you just barely touch them, and it's like a volcano of beans just kind of go up. Now, I would think that the manufacturer of the beans would want to want to relook at who they use as their canner, because it would appear that the pressure inside the cans is not calibrated correctly. So if they get touched, beans everywhere. So it's visually appealing to the gamer, but as a capitalist, like I said, capitalism now, I would drop that line of beans. It's just way too much liability. Someone gets too close to that bean stack, next thing you know, you're being sued. So one last time this year I asked, what does this Chivo have to do with Childhood Obesity Awareness Month? The answer is very simple. The mind tricks that the supermarkets use on a daily basis are definitely contributing to our well-rounded youth. For example, it is no coincidence that the milk is located at the back of the store. Most people buy it, so why not have you walk past every freaking thing else to get to it? Speaking of walking, supermarkets notoriously do not want you speeding through their aisles like a dude in a goat in a shopping cart, which kind of happens in Tennessee a little more than I'd like to admit, but that's neither here or there. So they want you to go nice and slow. So in efforts to both not allow you to get 3 stars on your visit, but also so that you spend more time shopping. This is why supermarkets are generally cold and they play easy listening music. That's all an effort to slow you down and make you feel nice and relaxed as you spend all your money. Now, again, as a devout capitalist, I love it. #America. But more specific to these little butter slugs is the placement of product. All the crap they shouldn't eat is right at eye level for these little salad dodgers.
Put down the pork and pick up a fork and put it in a salad.
All in efforts to make these lard muffins harass their parents to buy that crap for them. #America. So be smart to their tricks. Stay woke, people. Stay woke. The Everything Must Go Chivo is symbolic of overturning the apple cobbler cart. Much like that one chick in spandex threw that hammer through the Big Brother screen in those Macintosh commercials that all the other old people remember. Turn over the highly pressurized bean cans and break free from the system. Be like Andy Samberg and throw it on the ground. If nothing else, you'll be feeding them goats. So, thanks for listening. Fight childhood obesity awareness. Well, actually, don't fight the awareness, but fight childhood obesity. And go find this podcast in lots of places. But before I go, I must mention top 3 Yo Mama Fat jokes. Number 3, yo mama so fat, when she wear a raincoat, people yell taxi, taxi. Number 2, yo mama so fat, she don't need the internet, she already worldwide. Number 1, yo mama so fat, I picture her in my head, and she broke my neck. Take care, y'all.
But I like milkshakes.
Protein shake!
Alrighty, is everybody ready? 5, 4... Nah, I'm just kidding, it's just me.
Hello everyone, I'm Waka, and the bonus for this week in the GTASCTT is for getting 3000 TA difference, which is a lot. If you are going for it, I have a question for you. Are you good at games? Do you have 2 controllers available and 2 headsets? In that case, you can get 3200 TA difference in around 8 hours from the Play Anywhere Game Pass gem Supermarket Shriek. The game was developed by Billy Goat Entertainment, the team behind the enjoyable point-and-click Her Majesty's Spiffing. Supermarket Shriek stars a man and a goat in a shopping cart screaming their way through various obstacle courses and minigames. The graphics are cartoony, bright, colorful, and very readable, making it easy to see the obstacles and terrain on your path, even if you sometimes wish you saw further ahead than you do. The audio, which could have been a nightmare with the 2 constantly screaming protagonists, is surprisingly good, both when it comes to sound effects and music. The controls are deceptively simple. Apart from the menus, the game only uses 2 buttons or triggers. One to make the man scream and the other to make the goat scream. The screams propel the shopping cart, and you turn by having one passenger scream and go straight by having both scream at once. That is it. While the controls are simple, mastering them can be difficult, and some of the late levels requires a very high degree of precision to complete in a time that will award you 3 stars, and unlockables you'll need for some achievements. Getting comfortable with the controls is probably the most important factor for enjoying the game, as they can take some time getting used to. Personally, I struggled the first few times I played the game, but suddenly something clicked and I went from frequently messing up the controls to breeze through the remaining levels. If the controls are frustrating you, I recommend to stop playing and literally sleeping on it and try another day, as it really was a night and day difference playing it from the beginning versus once I had processed how to play it properly. The ratios suggest most did not put in the effort to learn the controls, as they rise sharply after the first few levels. Supermarket Shriek is a great pick up and play game, as most levels require you to beat them in just a minute or 2 for a 3-star time, which you'll need for the completion. The game also features a hilarious co-op mode, where one controller controls the man and the other the goat. Playing with another player is a recipe for initial laughter followed by untold frustration. It is way more efficient for one player to hold one controller in each hand, like in that awesome picture of Skeptical Mario dual-wielding controllers. This is easier than it sounds, as you'll only use one trigger on each controller. There is also an option to use 2 microphones to control the game by screaming. There's even an achievement called "The Neighbors Thought You Sounded Great" for playing a level that way, worth 50 game score and 245 TA. Fortunately, you can work around the screaming by using buttons instead, but you'll still need 2 controllers and 2 microphones to unlock it. This achievement can be earned in less than 5 minutes from starting the game, by the way, and there are plenty of other high value achievements that can be earned within a few hours, such as trying the 2-player party mode, which gives you 50 game score worth 200 TA. That one will also just take you a minute. At the halfway point, there's a dry spell achievement-wise until it starts awarding some massively inflated endgame achievements. Completing the final level in co-op, by which I mean play the final level with 2 controllers, you'll get 50 game score worth 550 TA. 3-starring every level rewards almost the same amount. All in all, Supermarket Shriek can get you 1000 gamerscore worth 4200 TA in around 8 hours if you are good enough. I enjoyed Supermarket Shriek immensely, and fellow staff member Elroy OMJ claimed it was definitely in the top 3 games of all time featuring a goat as a main character. I'd go so far as saying it is the best game of all time featuring a goat as a main character. Have a nice day, everyone!